sports. We have the legend, Mr. Jim Roope in here, Tyler Roope, and of course the fabulous Tomas Fab T. Hey guys, how's it going?
Great, wonderful, perfect, couldn't be better.
Well,
hey,
of course,
I'm fine.
And there's the Fab T, and Tyler's joining us as well. And Jim, you're actually going to be heading toward the Emmys this weekend, is that right?
Big weekend for television. Yeah, no matter size of your screen, whether it be your phone or your big screen TV at home, this is your weekend if you're a television consumer, and who isn't really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, big weekend.
Yeah, big stuff. So we'll be getting the Emmy report later on in the show. And, of course, Tyler's here to give us the weekend of sports and review. And there's a lot of interesting sports stories. Of course, Courtney dropped some on my desk, but Tyler did his own research and some really hard-hitting stories this week as well. So thanks a lot, Tyler, for your contribution, man.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Let's start off with the Emmys. First of all, the Emmys are this week, September 17th, and the show's going to start on CBS 8 p.m. 5 Pacific from the Microsoft Theater in L.A. So, of course, traffic in L.A. is going to be one to be dealt with for sure.
Yeah, that's always the big issue is getting down there. Not just with the traffic, but it's all the security sweeps.
Oh, yeah.
All the K rails and everything that are set up, all the road closures. So it's just absolutely a nightmare. You got all those big black Cadillac limousines coming in there, and then there are certain streets you can't navigate through. So it's a bummer.
A lot of police. There'll be a lot of stuff going on down there. And now the Microsoft Theater, I believe before that was at the Kodak Theater prior to that?
Well, Kodak was where they do the Oscars.
The Oscar. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a different.
Emmys have been at LA Live for a while.
Yeah, so it's going to be a red carpet special prior to the awards starting at 6 p.m. Eastern time. It is going to stream live if you do have CBS All Access for $6 a month. You guys can pick it up. Stephen Colbert will be our host. Of course, I can guarantee some political shenanigans I'm sure will ensue at some point with Stephen Colbert. And list of presenters, we have Nicole Kidman, Oprah Winfrey, Alec Baldwin, Tracy Elliott Ross, Reese Witherspoon, Eddie Falco, Leah Michele, Deborah Messing, Jason Bateman, Jessica Biel, Anna Faris, Rashida Jones, Kumail Nanjiani, there we go, Jim Parsons, Adam Scott, and so many more. So it's going to be an exciting night. And, of course, I have a feeling we're going to hear a lot about Game of Thrones. Of course, Handmaid's Tale's on the list. This Is Us and The Crown and Stranger Things may also walk away with awards this year.
This Is Us could really take it. First time, if it wins for Best Drama Series, it'd be the first time since 2006 that a broadcast network show, I think that was 24 won back in 2006.
Wow.
So long time. And it's been the cable domination from The Sopranos to whatever other HBO
Breaking
shows.
Bad, everything else.
AMC's Breaking Bad. So there's been a lot of stuff that's taken away from the network shows. This could be it.
This definitely could be it. And, of course, I was a big fan of This Is Us. My wife kind of talked me into watching it, and then next thing I know, I was hooked.
Seriously?
Man. Hooked on This Is Us. Yeah, it's good stuff, man.
Well, what's special about This Is Us? I've never seen it.
It's tearjerker, man.
Yeah, it's American family issues.
Yeah,
it's one of those. It's one of those 8 is enough on steroids kind of shows.
Yeah, definitely on
man.
steroids, man. Guys, stick around. More great stuff coming up here on the Entertainment Weekend Edition, sports, and so much more right here on The Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Jim Roope, Tyler joining us. Of course, the fabulous Tomas Fab T. I'm Erik Hines. We will be back right after this on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
What if job searching could be easy? Like, what if you could search for a job, research the company, and apply all on the same site? You can do that on Glassdoor. Want to know what a job pays before you apply? Want a job with a shorter commute? You can find that on Glassdoor. What about insider info from actual employees? Yep, you can find that on Glassdoor too. Plus, interview questions, CEO ratings, all on one site. So go to Glassdoor.com or download the app today. Glassdoor. Find the job that fits your life.
We alarm our houses, and we alarm our cars. But when it comes to your personal information, it can be tough to know when something isn't right. That's where Discover Card can help. Now, we'll send you an alert if we find your Social Security number on any one of thousands of risky websites. And this service is free for card members. Just sign up online. It's our way of looking out for you, not just your account. Learn more at discover.com/free alerts. Limitations apply.
Welcome back, everybody, to the lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Tyler Roope, Jim Roope joining us, the Fab T, Fabulous Tomas. I'm Erik Hines. And, of course, this was the big weekend. And apparently a study has shown that of the most Emmy-nominated shows, pretty much nobody's watching them. They're getting these Emmy nominations, but they're hard to see because a lot of them are on streaming services.
Amazon, Netflix, Hulu.
Yeah.
Those are where the big shows are, and the shows that are winning awards all through award show season. Stranger Things, Handmaid's Tale, all these shows that have been and leading all the award shows since early on in the award show season, way back in December during the nominations. The Emmys is the last award show of the season.
Well, and also, the big elephant in the room, of course, Game of Thrones. Huge amount of money put toward the production and the.
It's like a movie every week.
It is like a movie every week, and it's just not available to network viewers unless you have a subscription. So
tough.
Yeah, tough to compete with the big boys.
You stuck with Captain Kangaroo.
Yeah, it's pretty much
still on.
Specialist, the VP of Strategy and Analytics for Katz Media Group, says people are still having a hard time finding them. Many viewers don't even know that some of these shows exist. Recent years have seen a dearth of broadcast nominees, particularly on the drama side. This Is Us is the first, as you said, Jim. This Is Us is the first commercial broadcast series nominated for Best Drama since The Good Wife in 2011. Stranger Things was the most watched streaming or cable nominee, viewed by 21% of respondents.
Yeah, well, millennials get it. Millennials consume their television through their smartphones or their iPads or whatever other mobile devices they have. It's us old folks who are actually the voting members of the Television Academy. They can't watch the shows for which we vote, which is okay.
Yeah,
I'll get there.
No, something about that. Again, I think it's about promotion. I mean, the youngsters get it, but the oldsters don't. Don't have time.
The oldsters.
Still watching Captain Kangaroo.
That's right. Yeah.
No, we're watching the old Jack Benny show.
Jamie Lee Curtis, I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but Jamie Lee Curtis is returning for a Halloween reboot. I don't know if it was really necessary. I think Halloween's kind of set itself up as a marker in horror history, but apparently set to release October 19th, 2018. It is the final film in the Halloween series. The horror movie is being produced by Trancas International Films and Miramax. Curtis's character will have a final confrontation with the legendary Michael Myers.
Well, she started the original back in 1977, 78, I think. So it was a long time ago. That was her big breakout.
I think the big booger of the Halloween series was at Halloween 3 when they totally did away with the Michael Myers thing, and they did like the kids were put on the Halloween masks and it was like taking over their minds.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that was like the booger of the franchise. Otherwise, they're all pretty scary. Pretty scary movies. So I'm kind of looking forward to seeing what they do with Halloween and, of course, Jamie Lee Curtis. American Idol, and we talked about this off air, Jim. American Idol filming may be delayed because of apparently they don't have enough judges. And a comment that was made by our own Jim Roope is that they're having a hard time getting viewers. I think
that was Tyler said that. That was
Tyler.
Yeah, that was his zinger.
Yeah, that's a big one there. So I think American Idol's popularity has definitely waned over the recent years. The shows like The Voice have kind of taken over the reins.
Well, the problem with that really is American Idol left. Right? They had their final season. It's just like when a professional athlete retires and then they come back out of retirement. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
So with the big farewell to American Idol, it was great. However many seasons, 9, 11, whatever the seasons were. And then all of a sudden they come back on a different network, almost in a different form. And nobody really cared.
Yeah. Well, another thing, I ran into someone at some restaurant, and I just happened to have a CD of Fantasia, and we started talking about American Idol, and he says basically
You mean the
same
Disney
thing,
film
Jim.
Fantasia? You're walking around with a
Fantasia.
DVD of Fantasia?
No. The fantastic singer from American Idol season, whatever it was. But he says the same thing, that American Idol should be gone. It shouldn't, come back
It
for
should not
another
return.
reboot.
Yeah.
And he mentioned, and he agreed with you about The Voice being the show now.
Well, that was Eric who
Came
said
back.
that.
Yeah, we're
Stay-
doing
stay
musical
with us.
chairs on the zingers.
Stay with us
Yeah.
here, Tomas.
Musical zingers. But I mean, you definitely bring up a good point. The Voice came, with a little bit more bombast, and they kind of picked up
Yeah.
where the American Idol left off. Another interesting end of an era. We're speaking of American Idol could be possibly at the end of its rope. 30 Rock is now leaving Netflix. Of course, all the old episodes of 30 Rock are no longer going to be available on Netflix for all the big fans of 30 Rock. So no more binging. I have not watched one episode of 30 Rock. To be honest with you.
Ever? Not even by accident.
And I've seen small clips. That's about it. Yeah. Have you watched it?
Nah, by accident.
Yeah, by accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But was it basically around the kind of like the behind the scenes production of a Saturday Night Live type show? Is that what it was?
I believe it
I thought
was.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is.
That's
it's
what
it's like behind the scenes of like an NBC show.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
something.
Yeah.
Like Saturday Night Live.
I never really could get. I mean, these shows that are about shows. I never could really
Yeah,
get into that.
yeah.
It seemed too detached for me. But if you are a 30 Rock fan, it looks like no longer available on Netflix. So be sure to get your binge in before October 1st.
Wow.
Either that or get a Fantasia DVD like Tomas does and watch
Tomas
that
has
wonderful animated.
on deck all the time. Yeah.
He's got it loaded up and ready to rock.
Whenever
man.
you need a feel good moment, just throw in Fantasia. You got it.
Yeah, I
Tomas.
mean, no, the girl knows how to sing.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah. Yeah.
What can I say?
Of course, Selena Gomez, no stranger to recent controversies. Of course, apparently underwent a kidney transplant. Her quote says, "I'm very aware that some of my fans had noticed I was laying low for part of the summer and questioning why I wasn't promoting my new music, which she is extremely proud of." Selena goes on, "So I found out that I needed a kidney due to her lupus and was recovering. So she has lupus and was recovering."
Yeah, and what many don't realize, and I think we can probably say it now, because we should unveil this. We really should. That, we haven't, Mike Horn is not here. So guess whose kidney Selena Gomez has? That's right. They're lying in the bed next to each other, separate beds in the hospital room, recovering from this transplant.
She's got this massive Mike Horn kidney inside her.
We want to thank Michael for giving up his 83-year-old kidney for
Good job, Mike.
Selena Gomez. It's wonderful. He's a giver. That's all I'll just say. He's a giver.
I think one of his kidneys is like the same size as both of hers. So, so she was doing that. Apparently, O.J. Simpson in the news. O.J. Simpson apparently is happy to leave prison.
Really?
I couldn't imagine.
headline,
He's actually got some misgivings about his impending release, however. He feels a bond with his comrades at lockup and is finding hard to say goodbye.
I heard he calls them comrades.
Comrades, yeah.
part.
They'll call him the juice.
Yeah, he's liked there. Out here, I'm sure nobody likes him.
Well, chances are he'll be back there to have a little reunion.
Maybe.
Yeah, who
Chances
knows? The old juice could find himself back in prison asking people for their juice. So we'll find out about that. Also coming up later in the news, police are searching for an assailant who detonated a bomb in London subway car, of course injuring at least 29 people. Very interesting stuff. The UN calls emergency session on North Korea because it looks like we're about to go to World War III. And the Aspen police do not take selfies with bears.
Well, that was the most interesting to me out of the
Yeah,
out of the three.
yeah, common sense moment of the day. Don't take selfies with real bears. Guys, stick around. More great stuff coming up here on The Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Take a look inside your personal mirror. Are you living your most amazing life possible? Are you feeling stuck, miserable, or unsure? You don't have to settle. Nothing is more important than your life. It's yours. You only have one, and you deserve to make the most of it. Help is just a phone call away. You now have your own personal, psychic, intuitive life coach. Got a question on your financial situation, your job, having a love or relationship issue you need help with? Do you want to explore your destiny and life path? Our gifted, intuitive, psychic coaches can identify root issues, access your key problems, and formulate a plan to help you move confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live an amazing life now. Everyone needs someone to talk to. Call the Psychic Life Helpline today. 800-659-1091. 800-659-1091. 800-659-1091. That's 800-659-1091.
If you're eligible for Medicare, you need to know there is money available to you that can lower your Medicare prescription costs. How much can you save? Find out now by making a free call to Health Markets. They'll search from a variety of nationally recognized plans to find you the right coverage at a price that fits your budget. And they'll do all this valuable research for you at no charge to you. And remember, you may be able to save money on your prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge. Call Health Markets right now.
800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. 800-990-0351. That's 800-990-0351.
Health Markets Insurance Agency is the DBA of InSphere Insurance Solutions, Inc., licensed in all 50 states and D.C. Service and product availability varies by state. Agents may be compensated based on your enrollment.
From traditional Hawaiian weddings and vow renewals to your own unique ceremony, find out why Ka'anapali Weddings is the perfect place to say, I do. Create the memory that will last a lifetime at the place you and your family know and love, Ka'anapali Beach Hotel. Imagine yourself and your loved one just steps away from world-famous Ka'anapali Beach in one of many wedding venues to choose from, including oceanside lawns, tropical gardens, or indoor banquet rooms. With your choice of catering, bar, floral, and musical options, you can make your special day customized just for you. Their wedding specialist will help you plan your dream wedding today. For more information, visit ka'anapaliweddings.com or call 661-0011. Ka'anapali Weddings, the perfect place to say, I do.
Ka'anapali Beach Hotel, Maui's Hawaiian Hotel.
Welcome back, everybody, to the lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. The gang's all here. We got Tyler, we got Jim, we got the Fab T, and of course Erik Hines here holding it down. And you guys have all heard about this news, tragic news, and of course our thoughts and prayers all go out to our family and friends out in London, where a detonated improvised bomb injured at least 29 people on a subway car. So very tragic stuff, and fortunately, so far we hear there have been no deaths, but there have been some burn injuries, and of course the uncertainty and terror that has been inspired by this act is, of course, a huge deal. Our own president speaking out against it, and of course the London, I guess it's Scotland Yard.
Yeah,
quite a. I wish our international crime agency had a cool name like that. Like
ours is called Front Yard.
Yeah, front yard and backyard. Yeah, but they are definitely searching for the assailant who detonated this bomb. And apparently, they defused a second bomb. So there's
ISIS did call and claim responsibility.
They did call in and claim responsibility.
Yeah, they did. And apparently, the alert level all weekend is at critical level because the authorities expect another attack could be imminent. So everybody's on the high alert. My daughter lives in Paris.
Oh, wow.
And she says it's really scary to ride these days the transit systems there, right, because this is where a lot of that stuff happens. So it happened in London. And she says very, very scary. I mean, you're just constantly looking around at people and noticing what people set down and what people walk away from. Yeah. She said it's everybody's eyes just darts all around the car. It's not that they don't trust people, it's not that we don't trust anybody, but they're just looking for things that look a little weird.
Yeah. They said this one was carried in a bucket, like a construction bucket, and shoved into a shopping bag, had a timer, and suggesting that some degree of bomb-making knowledge was employed. So, yeah, I guess, like you said, Jim, just keep your eyes open.
That's all you can do.
Yeah, it's best plan.
Vigilance is what they call it these days. That's the big word since 9/11
right.
anyway.
Yeah.
Vigilance. Stay vigilant.
Absolutely.
See something, say something.
That's the best advice we can give to our friends out there, anywhere, really. The UN Security Council, on another note, met in emergency session Friday after North Korea conducted its longest ever test flight of a ballistic missile. And it looks like Kim Jong-un is gearing up for more of the standoff with our own president, Mr. Donald Trump.
For the second time since World War II, there were air raid sirens in Japan.
Unbelievable.
Because of this.
Wow.
And South Korea actually fired a couple of missiles themselves in that direction in a show of strength, I guess.
Yeah.
So your words earlier about, World War III, man.
I certainly hope it doesn't come to this. Of course, Kim Jong-un, probably the most notorious psychopath we have in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
He's definitely a strange guy. But it looks like U.S. allies into the northern Pacific Ocean signaled both defiance of North Korea's rivals and a big technological advance, is what they're saying. So not a good sign. Aspen police also, this is on another totally other note, Aspen police are giving the advice, please do not take selfies with bears.
There you are.
Oh.
Yeah. A video of a mother bear and her two cubs climbing down a tree in the middle of Aspen went viral earlier this week, prompting police to issue a warning to please do not try to take pictures with the wild animals.
Well, I don't think they should give that warning out because, let the Darwin thing take care of the
Darwin law,
morons.
yeah, exactly.
It's like they want to pass a law in the state of California, like Hawaii did, that it's illegal. You get a ticket if you walk across a crosswalk, across the street while looking down at your cell phone. They want to ticket you for that.
Oh.
But why do that? I mean, just let the
nature
natural
take its
selection.
course,
Let the
yeah.
natural selection. If you're dumb enough to do that, well then
They say there's
you
too
take
many
a
of us
chance.
here to begin with.
That's
Right? Yeah, it's not enough food.
Decrease the surplus population.
Another story here, this one coming straight out of Washington, D.C. Anthony Weiner asking a judge to spare him, that he's getting better. Fahuma and his son, Anthony Weiner, says he's turned a corner on his recovery. He's now on day 345 off of his destructive behaviors and have a daily practice to help me never return to them.
Yeah, I wonder what that daily practice is. What is that? What does he do?
What is that? mean?
Handcuff himself or something.
Yeah, something with his hands, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Bench 30 rock.
Yeah.
I will say nothing.
Thank you, T. Apparently, his behaviors, these destructive behaviors he's referring to, include multiple sexting scandals, the last of which involved his lewd online communication with a 15-year-old girl. Yeah, so
Gross.
he did plead guilty and will be sentenced September 25th. He can face up to 10 years in prison. Sentencing guidelines have shown anywhere from 21 to 27 months is the average. So we'll find out and see if we're going to keep this wiener out of prison. He closed the letter with, every day I quietly do what I can to keep getting better and fix the damage I've done. I have much more work to do. Please show me grace so I may continue.
Yeah,
Slip
right.
that one right there.
Yes, boom, boom. Guys, stick around. More great stuff here on the Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. Jim and Tyler, Fabulous Tomas, and I'm Erik Hines. We'll be back right after this.
This is the Mungle on Movies. I'm Matt Mungle. Michael Keaton stars in the new R-rated action thriller American Assassin and defends his character, Stan Hurley, who's an ops trainer.
His intentions are correct. You know, how he goes about them, they're not correct or incorrect. They're what needs to be done. He's a good guy in the sense of what's the ultimate goal. So he's certainly a good guy in that regard.
American Assassin in theaters September the 15th. For more reviews and commentary, head to mungleshow.com or follow me on Twitter at @TheMungle.
This is Bill's yard, and Bill's a grill master, not a grass expert. Still, no weeds belong in this backyard barbecue kingdom. And with Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, Bill's greasy thumb is just as good as a green thumb. Because Scott's thickens lawns to help crowd out over 50 pesky weeds. So Bill can defeat invaders green up his lawn, and hold his spatula high. This is a Scott's Yard. Pick up Scott's Weed and Feed today.
You're experiencing pain, back pain, shoulder, elbow, or hand pain from a sports injury. If so, schedule a visit with Dr. Michael Sheps, the leading expert in laser therapy for pain management. Call 310-873-4422 or go to drsheps.com. Experience Epic T, the breakthrough laser therapy system that Dr. Sheps developed to make you pain-free in less time. Laser therapy is a non-invasive, safe, and effective in-office procedure that penetrates deep into your skin without damaging the tissue. It perfectly targets areas of pain to promote fast, natural healing. Relax your muscles, ease muscle spasms, joint stiffness, and arthritis pain while increasing blood circulation. For over 25 years, Dr. Sheps has helped Olympic athletes and sports enthusiasts alike get back in the game. Schedule your visit with Dr. Sheps at his Brentwood office in California. Call 310-873-4422 or visit drsheps.com. That's DRSHEPS.com. 310-873-4422.
Credit cards are sure fun to use, perhaps a little addicting, and they kind of make you feel rich. Well, if you're like most Americans, you've got over 5 maxed out credit cards in your pocket right now, and you can barely make the minimum payments, right? I'd like to personally recommend a company called DebtHelper.com. DebtHelper.com is a licensed and insured nonprofit debt management agency. They can help cut your interest rates by as much as 50% and lower your monthly payments, saving you thousands of dollars in finance charges on your credit card bills. DebtHelper.com does not lend money. Debt Helper's program could have you paying off your credit card debt in full in a 3 to 5 year period. Call DebtHelper.com right now for your free confidential consultation today. 866-706-3328. 866-706-3328. 866-706-3328. Credit Card Management Services, Inc. DBA, DebtHelper.com. 1325 North Congress Avenue, number 201, West Palm Beach, Florida, 33401. Down payment of debt may be creditors to increase finance and other charges or undertake collection activity, including litigation.
Hey there! Did you know that with a bachelor's degree, on average, you could make almost twice as much over a lifetime than a person with just a high school diploma? It's true. According to the 2012 U.S. Census Bureau, college grads with a bachelor's degree make almost twice as much as high school grads. Now, going back to school is easier than ever at Independence University. Log on and complete coursework from the park, or the beach, or even your couch watching the kids. And Independence University gives you the tools, a free tablet and laptop for undergrad students to use and keep when they graduate. That's right, get a laptop so you can go to college from anywhere. Take the first step to a new career in business, information technology, healthcare, or graphic arts. Call to find the online degree program that's right for you, and you could be on your way to increasing your earning potential.
800-989-1361. 800-989-1361. That's 800-989-1361.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the lounge here on CRN Digital Talk Radio, the weekend edition, and we're going to hit some sports stories. Of course, this one is a big one for people that live in Southern California. A digital billboard near the StubHub Center in LA will display 5 anti-NFL messages for the next 3 weeks, thanks to the effort of a scorned Chargers fan who is upset that his favorite team relocated from San Diego. His name is Joseph McRae. He designed the image and raised more than $10,000 with an online fundraiser to pay for the billboards from a GoFundMe page. McRae wrote, this isn't just for San Diego fans. This is for Oakland fans and St. Louis fans as well. Your cities didn't deserve this, and most importantly, you don't deserve this.
Wait a minute. Hold the phone here. He's got to take St. Louis out of there. The Rams were here originally.
Yes, they were.
And then went to St. Louis. So he's got to cut out St. Louis.
Yeah.
As a man who doesn't know his history. So the other two I'm okay with.
Yeah, I know that my dad was a big Raiders fan, still is to this day. But, of course, getting up to Raiders games isn't as easy as it was back in the day.
No, but it will be when they get to Las Vegas. It's just a 5-hour drive.
Just that 5-hour drive, yeah. Of course, Oakland fans, St. Louis fans, your cities didn't deserve this. You don't deserve this. He also vowed that some of the messages will include hashtag Oakland and hashtag St. Louis. The 3-week run will coincide with the Chargers' 3-game homestand this month, starting with Sunday's game against the Dolphins. And one of the images, shows shows no freaking loyalty for NFL is the acronym, no freaking loyalty. So it's going to be interesting for you guys driving on the legendary 405 freeway down near LA and Main Street. You will see these billboards in rotation, 5 anti-NFL billboards. So keep an eye out for it. Collect them all.
Collect them all.
Yeah, right.
Also, this is a big story. Tyler pointed this one in my direction. Ezekiel Elliott is clapping back at the NFL. They're trying to suspend, of course, Ezekiel Elliott for alleged domestic violence. And federal appeals court Friday morning arguing that Zeke should have to sit until his appeal plays out in court. Of course, the NFL the players union is trying to fight that and get him a chance to play in games coming up.
What's the background on that, Ty?
Well, for a long time, the NFL has struggled with punishing players for a lot of crimes, but specifically domestic violence. They've suspended maybe 1 or 2 games where people feel like it should be a lot longer. There's been, disagreements between fans and teams on bans from certain players. So they're trying to crack down on it, and it happens to be right when Ezekiel Elliott had his hearing. And so when his court order to be suspended for 6 games was overturned, the NFL is trying to reverse that.
Oh.
So they're trying to have him still suspended for 6 games. They want to crack down on it so that I think publicly they can say, we're taking this domestic violence thing seriously finally, and this is how they're going to
So he was suspended for 6 games.
Yep.
That was overturned.
Yep.
Who overturned it?
An appeals court.
An appeals court
Federal
overturned
appeals
it.
court, yeah.
And the NFL saying, wait a minute, what are you
They
talking
wanna
about?
reverse that.
Mr. Courts, you're great. We
Yeah.
love you when it comes to crime. But only we can say who's suspended,
Yeah.
can't we? So they're saying, are they taking it to where you go from the appeals court? You go to the state Supreme
you
Court
have
now.
to. But, yeah, they're trying to reverse it, I guess just so they can take a stand against domestic violence.
Well, good for the NFL. It's kind of interesting now. We're kind of hitting a new era of sports then, because now the federal government and the leagues are now in, I guess, direct opposition of each other, where the leagues are saying we want to do this because we feel it's for the best state of the NFL to show that we're taking a stand against this,
Yeah.
whereas the appeals court is saying, no, legally, it's probably better if you just let him play his games. And
Right.
Interesting. Wow. This is going to change a lot of things in the near future, I feel.
Yeah. From
really.
now on, I think anything close to domestic violence is going to be cracked down by the NFL.
Interesting. Wow. We'll have to see how this plays out. Of course, Ezekiel Elliott, I'm sure will be greatly missed from his field games. But you know what? For people that are not big fans of the history behind the crime, I think the NFL is trying to do what they can do. Absolutely.
I think they're doing the right thing, too.
I think so too. Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, speaking of NFL, there's Colin Kaepernick's back in the news again.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he got it's basically a gold star from the NFL for community service for week 1.
Oh.
For donating, I believe, $25,000 to 4 separate charities. But to me, it's interesting because, number one, he's not really in the NFL.
Yeah, he's not even
Okay.
he doesn't have a contract.
Yeah, he's no contract.
Number 2, J.J. Watt just finished raising $37 million for Hurricane Harvey.
Wow. So Colin Kaepernick's $25,000 to the $30 mil for Hurricane Harvey.
Yeah. And I don't know. I'm sure whatever the Roberto Clemente equivalent
humanitarian
award at the end of the season will go to J.J. Watt.
It better.
But it's interesting to me that in week 1, they chose to recognize Kaepernick for his community service rather than J.J. Watt for his.
It seems like maybe going back to our story about Ezekiel Elliott, it's kind of like NFL is making a lot of political choices. It seems maybe statements.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So and Kaepernick is certainly seems like a statement that they're giving him this award.
Yeah, and recently, no one's really been talking about the Bennett brothers. They're both players in the NFL. They chose to protest during the national anthem. But instead of kneeling, they rose their fists in the air.
Okay, like the Black Power sign.
Yeah, which
68 Olympics, man.
That's right.
Represented
exactly.
Black Power for forever, and to me, that's not disrespectful at all. That's almost like they're saying we're standing with the national anthem, but we're also pointing out this as a problem.
Well, it does, and like Jim mentioned, it does resonate with the '68 Olympics, where it was definitely a statement of pride having won the Olympics, but also a pride of them and their nationality and everything else. So
yeah, and
interesting.
no one really talked about that. No one got mad at that. It was just mentioned, but the kneeling thing gets everyone in a twist.
Yeah, it sure
you,
does.
you know why? Because that fist raise, at least in 1968, because it was in the
height of the civil rights,
and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was one of those things where I think people now are seeing that as that's a statement, that is a positive statement. And don't forget, you use us for this, we're also equal members of society.
It's acceptable, socially acceptable, I guess, to do that. Oh, interesting. So maybe Kaepernick didn't hit it the right way, but he got that award.
He got that gold star.
Gold star.
Good job.
Put that on that helmet. You don't get to wear it because you don't have a contract.
He's got that participation award.
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, stick around. More great stuff coming up here on the lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Geico presents a voicemail from your friend, Water.
Hey, it's me, Water. Look, about what happened in your apartment with the broken pipe. I just wanted to apologize for ruining all your stuff, and I hope this can all just be some me under the bridge someday. Oh, and also, I'm not paying for anything. Okay, bye.
Water never pays for water damage. Luckily, the Geico Insurance Agency makes getting coverage a snap. Visit geico.com to see how affordable renter's insurance can be.
Hi, I'm Jay Farner, CEO of Quicken Loans. Every day people ask me, can I still take advantage of today's low rates? Is it still a good time to refinance? The answer is yes. Now's a great time to call Quicken Loans at 800-QUICKEN. The rate today on a 30-year fixed-rate mortgage is 3.99%, APR 4.19%. Call us today at 800-QUICKEN or go to QuickenLoans.com. That's 800-QUICKEN.
Call for cost information and conditions. Equal housing lender. Licensed in all 50 states. NMLSConsumerAccess.org number 3030.
With free next-day delivery from Staples, you can run your business like a pro. You can guarantee the marketing department that they'll get their supplies tomorrow and guarantee the accounting department that they'll be delivered free. With free next-day delivery, you'll have the ability to move deadlines up and adjust budgets down. Go to Staples.com and get the office essentials you need delivered next day for free. Staples. It's pro time. Orders over $49.99 placed by 5 p.m. Excludes weekends and holidays. Eligible items only.
Trying to sell your old car? Instead, donate your vehicle to Heritage for the Blind. Pickup is free and your donation is tax deductible. Just call 1-800-785-9618. Heritage for the Blind accepts cars, vans, trucks, and boats, whether they run or not. Call right now and receive a free 3-day vacation voucher to over 50 locations. Call 1-800-785-9618. Donate your car today. That's 1-800-785-9618.
Welcome back, everybody, to the lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio. The gang's all here. We got Jim, Roope, Tyler Roope, the fabulous Tomas. I'm Erik Hines, and this one's interesting. Russell Wilson getting sued over Eat the Ball. There's a food company called Eat the Ball that creates bread in the shapes of footballs, baseballs, basketballs, and soccer balls.
Say what?
Yeah, apparently he's being sued because Joseph Carter and Bridget Botting were both hired as execs and given these really fat salaries, but apparently they haven't been paid. Yeah. Russell Wilson was only the ambassador, the brand ambassador, but apparently they're suing Russell Wilson in the hopes of recovering some of that money. I doubt that's going to happen if Russell Wilson was just the brand ambassador. So
of course not. He's not going to pay up for something. It's going to have to be the company themselves.
But he's the one with the money, because if Joseph Carter can't pay these people or whoever it is, if he can't pay them, then someone's got to have the money.
It sounds like a stupid company anyway.
It's
Red Balls.
Russell's rep says he simply has nothing to do with the situation, has no knowledge of the current status of Eat the Ball.
Eat the Ball.
Eat the ball. Just eat the ball, you guys. Looks like Joseph Carter and Bridget Botting will be eating the ball in a matter of time here. But their starting salaries of $170K and $85K to manage Eat the Ball.
That is
They haven't
crazy.
been paid since July, apparently. Haven't gotten a dime since July.
There you are.
So there you go.
And it's selling enough bread balls.
Yeah.
Gotta sell more than bread balls.
Why are they rolls? What's the difference between a roll and a bread ball?
That's that's the thing. People know. People know. That bread ball, my eye. That's a roll.
That's a roll.
I'm not buying. I'm not spending that kind of money.
Well, talking about eating the ball, the Pro Football Hall of Fame accidentally nominated the wrong Steve Smith.
Oh.
I'm sure they're eating a lot of ball on this one. The former Panthers and Ravens wide receiver is not yet eligible. The Pro Football Hall of Fame released a list of 108 modern-era nominees for the 2018 Pro Football Hall of Fame class on Tuesday night, with many of the usual suspects highlighting the list for the first time, including former Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis and former Patriots and Vikings wide receiver Randy Moss. Also joining them was former NFL receiver Steve Smith. One problem, it's not the former receiver for the Panthers and Ravens turned NFL Network analyst Steve Smith, who is the Steve Smith you would expect. That Steve Smith isn't eligible yet, having just retired after the 2017 season. In order to be nominated, players must be 5 years removed from their playing career.
Which Steve Smith are they talking about?
It is the former Giants, Eagles, and Rams wide receiver Steve Smith, who ended his career in 2012.
See, that's the problem when you have a name like Steve Smith. There's
All
like
this-
1,000 people.
Yeah, all
that
this
have a name.
means is some intern got fired.
Yeah,
They
somebody
messed up.
did. Yeah, so the other Steve Smith would have a season shortened by injury in 2010 and catch just 48 passes for 529 yards. Although he actually outperformed the real Steve Smith again, but only because RSS was playing with Jimmy Clausen the year before Cam Newton was drafted. So there's definitely some controversy here, and like I said, the Pro Football Hall of Fame is definitely having to eat crow in this one.
Now, is Steve Smith the one who was nominated, who should not have been nominated? Is he going to complain about that now and say, "Hey, wait a minute,
Honestly,
you got to let me in now, or I'm going to
too many
sue"?
Steve Smiths.
There's-
I'm too confused.
I think the lawyer for the NFL's name is Steve Smith.
Yeah, I'm too
Yeah,
confused.
absolutely. And they're actually
My neighbor's Steve Smith.
They've shortened the real Steve Smith to RSS and the other Steve Smith to OSS.
Steve
just to-
Smith one, Steve Smith two.
just to clarify.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so there we go. Additionally, the Hall of Fame said that the other Steve Smith was actually nominated by a fan through a fan voting site that contained for a time an erroneous photo of the real Steve Smith on the same page with OSS stats, so the other Steve Smith stats. So it was just a big thing of confusion. Yeah. Google Steve Smith and you'll see what I'm talking about. Yeah, there's a big problem there. So, and we talked about this a little bit earlier for all you Dodger fans. The Dodgers end an 11-game skid against their beloved best friends, the Giants.
Yeah.
It's about time.
Yeah. So it was a 5-3 victory, and it ended the 11-game skid. And it looks like it is something. Clayton Kershaw pitched. Over the last 18 games, the Dodgers are 2-1 when Kershaw pitches, and 0-15 when anybody else.
But I got to say something about Kershaw. Look, I'm not a Dodger fan, but I got to say when it wasn't his pitching that elevated that team, it was his running, it was his base running. I mean, it was phenomenal. His baseball IQ is pretty good for a pitcher. I mean, his awareness is pretty incredible, and just the fact that he would advance on a wild pitch the way he did and all of that, it's just amazing. So on the base pads is really what fired up that team.
I just hate Dodger fans complaining about this. I think it's spoiled. Privileged Dodgers fans.
Says a Reds fan.
Yeah, exactly. I would love to be where the Dodgers are right now.
Well, I'm telling you, coming from the land of the Lakers and the Dodgers,
Is there a Steve Smith on the Dodgers?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Is there? I think there is. I think there's been a Steve Smith every year that
Yeah.
there's been a Dodger team.
Yeah.
With Steve Smith, number 18, Steve Smith.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, apparently, we've been so lucky with the Lakers having one of probably the golden crown franchises when it comes to basketball, and having the Dodgers, who have been so legendary over the years, to underperform as much as they have. But Tyler, you're saying they're not doing bad. Everything's kind of as it
Everything's
should
fine.
be. Yeah.
They won't get past the first round of postseason play.
Lakers, they'll be good this year too.
Yeah.
Dodgers, they're fine. I'm a Cincinnati guy. My teams aren't good. Talk about tearjerkers earlier with that TV show.
Yeah.
Try being a Bengals fan. That's a tearjerker.
Now, I actually was a big Bengals fan back in the days, and they're actually really playing some good ball. And I remember, I want to say they had a shot for the Super Bowl, and I don't think they clinched it. I think it was
No.
the Bengals and the Bears.
They went to the Super Bowl once and they lost.
Yeah, that was it.
And that was the closest they've ever been.
Was it like the late 80s, early 90s? Yep. Yeah. That was a big Bengals fan back then. The Dodgers will open the 2018 season at home with a 4-game series against the Giants. The Dodgers are scheduled to play 3 series each against the Giants, Padres, and the D-backs. They'll play 2 series with the Crosstown Angels, both in the first half of July. More sports stuff coming up right here on The Lounge on CRN Digital Talk Radio, Weekend Edition. We'll be back right after this.
Come to Angelo's and Vinci's to see the memorabilia of movie stars and theatrical magic right in downtown Fullerton, California. See the art of the masters, an Italian town square complete with storefronts of old Italian butchers and cheesemongers, fruit and wine vendors, seamstresses showing their wares, fairy lights from cathedral ceilings, and our ancestors smiling down at you from the family love altar. The romance of Romeo and Juliet, and find the mystical Room of the Moon. And don't forget King Kong, Dracula, Frankenstein, and who knows what awaits you in the wine cellar. Enjoy the great food. We hand stuff our pastas, roll each and every tortellini, bake our own bread, make our own sauces fresh from our private stock of Sicilian family recipes. From pasta to seafood, chicken to award-winning pizzas, tiramisu flown in from Rome. If you can't find something on our menu to tempt you, you don't like Italian food. Try our Sunday brunch, just $18.95, and Angelo's and Vinci's has been named 2 years in a row Best Italian Restaurant in Orange County. Angelo's and Vinci's Restaurant at 550 North Harbor Boulevard in Fullerton, California. Call 714-879-4022.
The smartest way for you to get the lowest prices on your plane tickets, domestic or international, is to call SmartFares first or last, but you've got to call us before you book your plane tickets. Fly anywhere in the world, fly anywhere in the U.S., and SmartFares can save you up to 75% on your plane tickets. We have the lowest airline ticket prices on over 500 airlines, and you've got a great 12-hour free cancellation window. Plus, with our live agent help, you can always get fast help and fast answers. So on your next trip, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, how about right now? Pick up your phone and call SmartFares, plus save up to 75% on your plane reservation. So call right now. 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644, 800-915-2644.
For the getaway of your dreams, come to Hawaii's Playground, Ka'anapali Beach Resort, on the fun side of Maui, where the world comes to play. Find your spot on Ka'anapali Beach with 3 miles of white sand, 12 resort properties, 2 golf courses, and 2 shopping centers. Enjoy the playground of Hawaii's ancient royalty. Ka'anapali Beach Resort is Hawaii's original master planned destination resort and home of the Hawaii Food and Wine Festival. With views of 2 neighboring islands, you can breathe in the land's natural beauty from your favorite resort or golf fairway. Come experience Ka'anapali's own special brand of Hawaiian hospitality with world-class dining, relaxing resorts, water sports, and activities of every kind. For romantic, family, and great friend getaways, discover the options of Ka'anapali Beach Resort, where the world comes to play. Plan your getaway today. Visit Ka'anapaliResort.com. That's KAANAPALI Resort.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the show, The Lounge, here on CRN Digital Talk Radio Sports Talk. And Tyler and I were talking during the break about the Bengals. Of course, he's a Cincinnati man. And Tyler, this one for you. The Bengals on Friday fired offensive coordinator Ken Zampese following the team's lackluster 0-2 start at home,
yes,
making the first time in the 50-year history of the organization that a coordinator has been fired during the season.
Yeah, and I'm extremely happy about it.
Yeah.
I think it's a great decision.
Zampese, who's been with the Bengals for 15 seasons, he started as their quarterback coach before being promoted to offensive coordinator.
Yeah, their offense is explosive on paper, and the fact that they haven't scored a touchdown in the first 2 games that were at home is mind-boggling.
The Bengals scoring offense dropped from 7th overall in 2015 with Hugh Jackson as the offensive coordinator to 24th under Zampese in 2016.
And there's only 23 teams, that's the weird thing.
The Bengals opened the season with a 20-0 loss to the Baltimore Ravens, followed by Thursday night's 13-9 loss to Texans.
Yeah, but we scored 9 points. That's good.
The Texans had their practice squad tight end. They had 3 wide receivers injured, I think, 2 corners injured, and a rookie quarterback.
Yeah, 2 cheerleaders played.
Yeah.
And still beat the Bengals.
And we lost. We didn't even score a touchdown.
I think my high school team's going up against the Bengals next week.
Yeah. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Yeah.
I'll put my money on my high school
They
team.
could win a flag football game, I don't think,
God.
at this point. Yeah.
Oh man, so we're definitely going to keep our eyes on the Bengals for you, Tyler, because that's I know you're a Cincinnati guy.
I was triggered.
Go light a candle. Go to church, light a candle.
Yeah,
there you are.
Yeah.
Here's another one. This one's crossed the desk a few times. The MLB commissioner Rob Manfred says the Sox are guilty of stealing signs. MLB Commissioner Rob Manfred just dropped the hammer on the Red Sox, fining the club an undisclosed amount for stealing signs using banned electronic devices, aka iWatches. Manfred says his investigation didn't conclude that either team was straight up stealing signs, but determined their use of high-tech communication was not acceptable under MLB rules and regulations.
Right, and that goes back to, I think we all agree, I mean, it's debatable, but stealing signs, if the other team's too obvious, stealing signs, I think, is part of the game.
Strategy.
I think it's okay.
Yeah.
I think when you bring in technology to do it, I think that's when it gets from not naturally stealing it and therefore kind of cheating.
Yeah, well, it's like a slippery slope. You know, once you start using technology, then the next team ups their technology, and you have a technology war, basically.
Exactly.
Every player, when they go to up the bat, they got stuff on them. So when if they get to second base, they can steal the sign from them.
Coach just texted me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, a curveball. Here we go.
Yeah, they're going to have Google Glasses, iWatches, right up to bat. It's going to be great.
Interesting.
At some point, someone's going to have to tell me what electronic communication was done and how was it.
There are no specifics on it.
No.
Because no one's going to admit they did it, so no one's going to try to explain.
No one's going to tell you how they
Of
did
course.
it. Exactly, yeah. So definitely, I mean, people have been stealing signs in baseball for a long time. It's just a matter of knowing what's going to be thrown at you.
Honestly, I think Manfred's just angry because in the hotel, they were going around stealing the "Do Not Disturb" sign. And so the cleanup staff was going in the room anyway when he was trying to sleep. So that's the sign stealing.
The Sox
he's
got
upset
fined
about.
an undisclosed amount for stealing "Do Not Disturb" signs.
Stealing "Do Not Disturb"
My
signs.
bad.
Okay, guys, if you missed any portion of the show, be sure to check out the website, crntalk.com, for all things CRN, and of course the lounge. Just click on the lounge link and download archives of all your favorite shows. Get the cell phone app, hit pound 250, hit send as a regular phone call, and the app is digitally delivered to your download device. Just say CRN Talk when you hear the voice prompt. Also, for Courtney Cadera, for the fabulous Tomas, Jim and Tyler Roope, guys, I'm Erik Hines, and thank you so much for joining us, and have a great weekend right here on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Adios.
Enjoying all your favorite CRN programming is easier than ever. It's right on your TV, through your local cable provider, and on the web at crntalk.com. But when you're on the move, stuck in a plane, train, or in your car, catch up on all the shows you missed, or listen live to your favorites. Download our CRN app from your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry. Just search for CRN Digital Talk Radio. Or search for your favorite CRN shows on apps like iTunes, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, TuneIn Radio, AHA Radio, uTunes, and Nobex. Now you have access to all of our great shows anywhere in the world and the ability to be part of them by calling our toll-free studio line at 800-336-2225. For more information on where and how to listen, log on to crntalk.com and create your own listening experience today.
The radio channels. The radio channels. CRN.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. A federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration's threat to withhold federal funds to so-called sanctuary cities.
The court ruled in favor of Chicago's request for a temporary injunction blocking the Justice Department's threat. This isn't the final word. What it does is put a temporary hold on the department's request to withhold money until Chicago's lawsuit against the agency is concluded. In granting the injunction, the judge wrote that Chicago has shown a likelihood of success in its arguments that the Attorney General has overstepped his authority.
Correspondent Wally Hines reporting. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres is condemning North Korea's latest ballistic missile launch as a serious violation of Security Council resolutions, coming less than 2 weeks after its sixth nuclear test, which also violated a UN ban. British UN Ambassador Matthew Rycroft says the sanctions already imposed on North Korea must be adhered to.
Because it's through the sanctions that we cut off the flow of money into the North Korean regime, and through that we cut off and increasingly constrain their ability to run these illegal and provocative programs on nuclear and ballistic missiles.
Authorities in Britain are searching for the perpetrator or perpetrators of the bombing of a London subway this morning that injured some 29 people. The United States says it strongly condemns the attack on innocent commuters in the London subway.
We are grateful that no one was killed in this horrific incident, and our thoughts and prayers are with those injured, and we wish them a speedy and full recovery.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders, the bombing prompted authorities to raise Britain's terrorism threat level to critical, meaning another attack may be imminent. Still, to the relief of authorities and Londoners, experts said the bomb, hidden in a plastic bucket inside a supermarket freezer bag, only partially exploded, sparing the city much worse carnage. On Wall Street, the Dow up by 65 points to 22,268. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Oh, how my soul praises the Lord. How my spirit rejoices in God, my Savior.
Hi, this is Kevin Sorbo. You just heard the voice of Bailey Madison portraying Mary in the new Breathe audio Bible. Bailey and I are just two of the nearly 100 voices you'll hear in this new dramatic audio theater presentation of the New Testament. This project grew out of the desire to create an audio dramatization so vivid you'd feel like you were actually there. To do this right, I knew we needed not just a stellar cast, but also people who had a passion and heart for the Bible. So I asked friends like Josh Lucas, Corbin Blue, and John Rhys Davies to join me. From the horrific sounds at the foot of the cross to the excitement of a blind man who regained his sight, I know you'll find Breathe to be a life-changing audio experience. To secure your copy of the Breathe Audio Bible, visit breathebible.com. That's breathebible.com.
Correspondent Jim Salter reports tensions are high in St. Louis, where a judge has acquitted a former police officer in a 2011 shooting.
Former police officer Jason Stockley was acquitted today of first-degree murder charges. He killed a black suspect in 2011. Stockley and his partner tried to stop Anthony Lamar Smith on a suspected drug transaction. He took off. It led to a 2-minute chase. At the end of the chase, Officer Stockley got out and shot Smith 5 times. Stockley claimed there was a gun in Smith's car. Prosecutors said that Stockley planted that gun. The judge ruled that there was no evidence that it wasn't self-defense.
Legendary character actor Harry Dean Stanton has died at the age of 91. The actor died Friday afternoon at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles. Kelly said Stanton died of natural causes but gave no further details. The shambling, craggy-faced performer had a decades-long career that included memorable turns in Paris, Texas, and Cool Hand Luke. News and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Keith Peters. Harvard has changed course on naming Chelsea Manning a visiting fellow.
Harvard University has reversed its decision to name Chelsea Manning a visiting fellow, one day after CIA Director Mike Pompeo scrapped a planned appearance over the designation for Manning, who as a soldier was convicted of leaking classified information. Following a statement posted to the university's website by Harvard Kennedy School Dean Douglas Elmendorf calling the decision a mistake, Manning took to Twitter saying that Harvard chills marginalized voices under CIA pressure. I'm Matt Small.
Equifax says the potential impact of its massive data breach on UK residents is less severe than in the U.S., where 143 million Americans had their data exposed. The credit company says its UK systems were not affected by the breach. However, there was a batch of fewer than 400,000 British consumers who had some of their personal information compromised. More on these stories available at townhall.com.
Hey Lorraine, do you realize that your mother, my mother-in-law, Chef Maria, has been serving Las Vegas since 1949?
Yes, I do, Dennis. That's when she first met Howard Hughes, who fell in love with her cooking.
And in 1955, she opened her first restaurant on Fremont Street.
Yes, dear. And another great customer was Liberace.
Wow. Then in 1962, while Frank Sinatra and the Rat Pack were causing global excitement on the Las Vegas Strip, your family opened their second restaurant.
And in 1972, Elvis Presley began electrifying Las Vegas audiences and eating in our restaurants.
You know, Lorraine, this is quite a town. There's only one Las Vegas.
And there's only one Bootlegger Italian Bistro.
Folks, when you're in Las Vegas, come visit us. We'll make you feel like you're part of our family.
The Bootlegger Italian Bistro, conveniently located at 7700 Las Vegas Boulevard, South Strip. Visit our website at www.bootleggerlasvegas.com.
Hi, this is Bill Martinez. Join us every Monday through Friday from 9 to noon Eastern when we're covering the issues that matter most to you. From Obamacare, the latest from Russia, the Middle East, Israel, immigration, and more. We're talking with the policy and political experts so you can be better informed. It's Bill Martinez Live, brought to you in part by my friends at Good News Tax Relief. Let them help you get your peace of mind back by dealing with the IRS for you. Proven experience, proven results. Call 800-255-70.